darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeps.
Sexist or racist comments no longer get a pass, but no one even blinks when older people are described as foolish or feeble or even repulsive. We experience ageism anytime someone assumes that we're too old for something or too young, a task, a relationship, a haircut, instead of finding out what we're actually capable of and what we're like. Ageism is to age what racism is to race. Both are socially constructed ideas that change over time and that serve a social and economic purpose. They are not about how we look. They're about how people in power assign meaning to how we look.
I think that we certainly treat the elderly with less respect than we should, and we often view them as an impediment rather than as a valuable resource. We think of old people driving slowly, old people walking slowly in front of us in line, and we don't necessarily take the time to consider their perspective on a long life and their understanding of earlier times in our society or our culture. So I think that both with young people and old people, we have some very, very strong stereotypes that are often in play in our daily interactions.
Despite the Age Discrimination in Employment Act, which forbids discrimination in the workplace against anyone 40 or older, 64% of workers say they have seen or experienced age discrimination in the workplace. 2 million people ages 50 and over are unemployed, and getting a new job is often a struggle due to ageist hiring policies.
Classroom?
No, I don't think it's something we talk about very much.
Okay.
I think so. It seems sort of self-explanatory, but I don't think I've really run across the term before.
Okay. Awareness is one of the most important factors in the fight against ageism. Organizations like Fight Ageism and Operation ABLE are dedicated to ending ageism by helping older people find jobs by educating people through their websites. Ashton Applewhite is the founder of an organization dedicated to ending ageism. She gives talks all over the country and has written a book on the subject of ageism. Jared Diamond is an author and scholar who researched how the elderly are treated around the world and gave a TED Talk about how society should treat the elderly better. Companies like Dove are fighting the idea that older people can't be beautiful as a part of their ad campaigns. Accepting aging is a natural, positive part of life, and treating the elderly better are big steps towards the ending of ageism.
Do you think that ageism is present in Putney?
I think that here at Putney, things are a lot different than they are in a lot of other places based on age, starting with the fact that we're on a first name basis with the teachers, and that just sort of eliminates a lot of the divide between older people and younger people. You know, it's not weird for a 14-year-old to be having a conversation with someone a lot older, and I think there's a mutual respect in a lot of cases here.
Do you think ageism is present in Putney?
At the Putney School?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, do you see any old people? There's no elderly people here. So right there, that should be your first clue.
Okay.
We are living in a community that doesn't accurately reflect what society looks like. For whatever reason, we are not welcoming or open to supporting old people, be it elderly employees, so on and so forth. We're a community up to a point.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're too old or retired or no longer serving the needs of the community, you're de facto no longer a part of the community. Where do the people who've worked here for 30 years go? How come we don't see them or know them in a regular basis. Young people, children, are certainly more a part of it than old people. So I think that's absolutely part of it.
Interesting. So you said you haven't really heard of ageism outside of a classroom at all. So do you think it's a problem in the world, or at least a growing problem in the world?
Yeah, I think so. I think particularly the way that we relate to older people in a society where medical advancements are making all of us live longer is a huge problem. I think that the raising of the retirement age and the questions about where old people are going to live, what sort of services they're going to have, how they support themselves economically, are ones that we grapple with poorly in our society, and ones that are going to become increasingly important as our growing population continues to age.